Shannon Robinson.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. I really feel the love right now. It's very overwhelming and surreal. I would say that I left maybe a little overconfident when I got there. I was definitely a little bit shell-shocked. The competition was truly fierce. As you all know, I'm pretty new to pageantry, so I think I just didn't expect how fierce and tough the competition would be. Yeah, it was really a journey of finding myself and who I am, and then this time it was just being myself and staying true to myself start to finish. I knew that there were areas that I were weaker in than other people and vice versa, so it was just staying grounded and kind and as generous and as giving as I could be of my time and my punctuality and professionalism, and I just had to trust myself even when I was doubting how well I was doing. At the end of it, I was really surprised to take home the crown, but truly this moment right now has made it all worth it. I'm really feeling overwhelmed with the love. I didn't expect this at all, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I also want to thank my sisters for supporting me, all the messages from my Filipino friends and family. Of course, Miss Corey, Magellan Filipinas, Sir Fred, Aces and Queens. I couldn't have done any of it without the love of all of them. My dad as well, my new pageant dadaja, he really stepped in and helped me a lot, so I'm just grateful. Kurt, my boyfriend, my mysterious Joa, that it is really quiet. He flew out for the semifinals and really gave me that extra push I needed to get me through to the end. So I'm just grateful. Where's my baby? Tin and the KF crew, those girls and guys and everybody, they are so supportive of pageant queens, especially my Mucho sisters, so that they really deserve a lot of love and attention and thank yous as well. I love you guys so much. I'm just honored, and this is for all of you. It's not just for me, this is truly for every single one of you, and I'm so grateful that you believed in me, so thank you. Very overwhelmed. I look forward to, first of all, heading back to India as soon as Rishikesh is better. I'm very grateful to him, and I know that he's missing out on this right now and he doesn't want to. So the second I can be back to celebrate him, I will be. I'm looking forward to, I think it's just a new opportunity. I left, as I said earlier, I think I left with 3,000 followers. I came back with 20,000, so I'm just trying to navigate that right now and just learn how to take this to the next level, and I hope to constantly grow as well.
Last question, what will you going to miss about India and the competition in general?
I'm going to miss, first and foremost, I made some of the best friends out there. Miss UK, Miss Mexico, Miss Belgium, Rodrigues Island. Those girls particularly really changed my life. We've spoken about 5 times a day on the phone since the competition ended, so I'm going to miss that. Indian culture is also a beautiful thing. It's ceremonial, it's tradition, it's long, long histories of tradition, so I'm going to miss that. That was beautiful to witness, and going to a country for a first time. It's been a while since I've done that because of the pandemic, so just opening my mind again to travel and all there is to learn everywhere I go. It's just been amazing, honestly. It's been a huge growth experience for me, and I hope to continue that. Thank you.
Hi, Shannon.
Hello.
I have so many questions, so I don't know if my fellow wrestlers will indulge me. Yeah, your crown looks so beautiful. How much is it worth?
If I had the answer to that question, I would answer it, but it's priceless. Let's say that, it's priceless.
Now that you won, Shannon, can you take us back to your journey in India? Was there a point during the competition where you thought, you were you were the organization's favorite to win the crown, or did you have any feeling that you had this in the bag?
Not at all. It was actually the opposite. I really felt, because of all of you, I felt so supported and ready, and I was, claiming, I'm taking home the crown, I'm taking home the crown. But on the other hand, I can openly say, I'm not a very experienced pageant queen. And these girls are. They're very well trained. They're fierce competition. There were engineers, doctors, truly amazing women there. So there were moments where I felt out of my depth. And instead of getting insecure, I just decided I need to trust myself, just stay who I am. What's for me is for me, what isn't is not. So I just really just had to trust myself and the journey. But there were no indications of who was going to win. It truly was a toss-up. I had no idea.
Alright, now that you have the title, would you be traveling all over the world? Because this is our first time to have a Miss Environmental title holder. Would you be traveling abroad, and what does your prize package include?
I would hope to travel as much as possible. I'm very grateful to have a Filipino passport, a British passport, and a US green card. So to make the most of that would be incredible. And sorry, what was the second half of the question?
What does your prize package include?
There is a cash prize. I believe it's around 3,000 US dollars, but it's really, this pageant is about promoting the environment and all that we can do to help it. So my eyes were never on the prize money-wise. It was really just to stand for something, to stay consistent, and that's what I'm going to do.
Right. Thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Hi Shannon, congratulations,
Thank you.
and thank you for the honor you gave our country.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you mentioned before you left that you were excited to go to India because you experienced Indian culture through your friends. But is it how you imagined it would be like experiencing Indian culture right there in India?
I don't know if I had an expectation of what it would be. I knew I loved Indian people, I knew I loved Indian food, but everything was an adventure. From the moment I stepped out of the airport, everything was different. You think Philippines, roads are crazy? Go to India. It's very tame.
Okay, you also mentioned that your journey to pageantry is also a journey of discovery.
Yes.
So what did you discover about yourself while you were aiming for the crown?
To be honest with you, to be very, very candid, it really was kind of a realization of faith and self-worth. I've had anxiety a lot in the past and growing up, and when I was alone in that situation in India, usually without internet, you really had to rely on yourself and your inner strength. So I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. I prayed a lot. I prayed more than I've ever prayed in my entire life. And I never prayed for anything or to be gifted anything. I just prayed for guidance, for security, for feeling calm. And it's really opened my eyes to the power of prayer and just trusting that you can handle something even if you do feel out of your depth.
Thank you very much. I think your prayers have been granted.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, could you mention once again who did your gown, the one you're wearing right now,
This-
and what is its inspiration?
This is by Frankie De Leon. It is inspired by the Mindoro oil spill particularly, but also the multiple oil spills in the Philippines. It's really a statement, a protest against big corporations, the 1%, and a cry for accountability.
In line with your ethics.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And I remember you were telling me before you left, or even after you won as Shannon Philippines, that you carried the opportunity for your mom, Raquel.
Yes, my lovely mom.
Yes, and who was also a Shannon Philippines first runner like you.
Yes.
So you carried this opportunity for her, and you won the title.
Yeah.
So Have you talked to your mom already, and how did she react when she heard
I
you?
have briefly. My mum and I are kind of going through parallels right now. We're going through a new experience. My beautiful mum has returned to work as a flight attendant for the first time in a really long time. So she's going through a really intense boot camp in the US right now, where I have not been able to really communicate with her. So I think she had 5 minutes to use her phone right after I won. I got to speak to her, and just all of it felt meant to be. Initially, I was supposed to leave May 28th, which is her birthday. The crown you saw on stage is different to the one on my head. The emeralds are my mom's birthstone as well, so I feel honored to do this for her. I know if my mom competed again and had the opportunity to compete again, she would have definitely taken home a first place crown in another follow-up pageant. So I know I've made her proud. I will get to speak to her soon, but she couldn't be happier. She really couldn't.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Nathan.
And Shannon, hello.
Hello.
Congratulations again. I'm Kuya Ethan Concepcion from Manila Standard. Thanks so much for your beautiful autograph.
Thank you.
With Shannon, I watched your pageant, definitely. And you were outstanding during the last two question and answer round.
Thank you.
Where did you get those deep realizations in life and those wisdom as such a young age as a woman?
I think I always strive to be able to hold my own. I'm not so much of a traditional person that followed the path of, high school, college, going into work. I dipped in and out of everything. My dad also had an untraditional path, and my dad is one of the smartest people I know. So reading, staying with current events, growing with how the world is changing, just always staying open-minded, you find that you learn so much. Just taking bits out of every single person you speak to, you learn a lot, and you're able to adapt and change in the way that you want to.
Can you share at least 3 most memorable experiences in this international stage?
Yes, meeting my roommate and Miss UK for the first time, just one of those kindred spirit kind of feelings. It was just, I felt at home when I was around those two girls, so that was unforgettable for me. The second one was visiting Bollywood. We went to Bollywood Studios, which was a dream come true. We had Indian makeup, Indian bridal wear, and all of us just felt so gorgeous that day. We didn't want it to end. So that was the second one. And of course, I will say the crowning moment, but actually being pulled last for the top 10, that was unforgettable. I kind of had a moment where I thought, if I didn't make it, I did my best. So when they said my name, just overwhelming amounts of feelings came rushing through, and then also having the support of the Indian community. I didn't really have too many Filipinos out there, so I wasn't really sure how I would fare at coronation night in terms of the response of the crowd, but just very blessed for them, and I'm glad that I connected with so many people before the finals. Thank you very much.
That's it? No more? We'll work out something with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DNR. And possibly we will also reach out to the United Nations to see how Mutiang ng Pilipinas can best collaborate with these very prestigious agencies and institutions to make Mutiang more relevant and more effective in today's world. And more relevant, that's the right word. So can we have the